Hey gang, Scott here. So this is maybe a not so quick photo tip insofar as it's still talking about what I always talk about, right? Shaping light, crafting shadow, doing selective adjustments to improve the story of your photo. And for this one, I thought it was going to be done after just a few adjustments, and well, it didn't turn out that way. I thought it'd be interesting to walk through the stack here of all the selective adjustments that I'd done to finally finish off. And I'll point out where I thought it was going to be done, and then kept going with, well, what if I tried this? And what if I tried that? And each one, individually shaping different portions of the photo to finally build it all up. So here is the image. So here's the photo with the global adjustments, and it's warmer than I wanted. I wanted this to feel as desolate as it really was. And then after the change, finished here, really focusing in on the doorway and deciding to keep that little bit of red splash, that one little highlight of life that may be left in this place. So let's explore each one of the masking changes in order. So let's expand this out here so we can see all the different changes here. And again, I've highlighted them all, but let me turn all of these off. So Lightroom, you're going to take a minute to catch up with me because I think I'm going to be pushing you a little bit heavy along with the recording here, but okay, not too bad. All right, so this was the warmer toned photo here, and it's you can see a little bit of sky out on the left. It's a gray day. It's an abandoned, really a place that's seen better days. So very first thing is I wanted to cool the architecture, the structure of that, and that's exactly what we're doing here, right? This mask is leveraging things like architecture and then doing a little bit to remove the sky. And there's that bit about keeping the color, the red color range, hovering over this thing right here, just that border, right? That border of red, keeping that. And then the adjustments is really just doing that temperature adjustment to cool things down. But moving on. All right, so great. The structure is nice and cool. Brighten the snow. And what that's really about is kind of getting the coolness out of it, but also just kind of the muddiness of it. It was a little warm. Just brighten that up. All right, now start focusing on the doorway. We're doing our vignetting. Darken the sides of the photo, and then do a vignette. And this is about where I was like, okay, I think I'm going to be finished. I think this is where I'd be done. Before and then after. Just those four masks. It's like, all right, this is feeling pretty good. And then I started looking at the photo going, well, I'd really like more attention on that doorway. And what if I were to brighten something up at the base of the doorway? There's a patch of snow there. What else could I do? Could I introduce a little more, mystery or ambiance inside the structure with a little bit of faux light sources? So started playing, and let's keep on going. So continuing onward, how can I get your eye into that doorway more? So add a little bit of light. So we have a little inner light that gets added to the doorway, before, after. What about the doorway itself? Can I accent that red a little bit more? That brightened up. The patch of snow that's inside the doorway, that's brighter. I want to get your attention in that center still. So brighten the patch of snow that's right there in the porch. We'll call that the porch snow. So now those three things, those things are a little brighter, and that's really all these things are. These are really just, dodges and burns, right? That's the vignette. Here's the porch snow. We're just raising exposure, maybe doing a little bit with clarity to increase contrast. Just drawing attention by doing light shaping and shadow shaping. So continuing on up, it's like, all right, we're getting into the doorway here. Well, now let's push your eye further. We'll darken the lower part of the corners here. All right, so let's do that before and after again. Lightroom rendered there a little bit. Okay, getting there. Let's go back to that doorway. Brighten it up some more. Subtle one. Before. After. Just a touch, right? Here's where I got to the experimental things. Like, well, what can I do with this window out here? Can I add a little bit of, directional light, making that a little bit like, imagine if there was some brightness out there. And this really draws you in, right? Before that change, after that change. And, you guessed it. What am I doing here? Radial with illuminance. You've seen me use that combination again and again and again. It's one of my favorites. I talk about this a lot in the upcoming video course I've mentioned on the channel before. And finally was this piece over here, this like secondary doorway out to the portico or off the porch. let's just get that downplayed. I don't want your eye drawn over there here, but then this inner, like kind of the door jamb there, the frame of the door, get that a little bit brighter, just because there may be, there's some light coming in from here, hitting the porch, all that stuff. So that's where it ended up. I mean, I thought I was done around here, down to this vignette. And then I ended up doing a lot more, but I think it is better for the photo as a whole. So again, where we began, okay, we know this is an old place and we know that it's not looking that great. But then by shaping the light and really bringing the viewer's eye in toward the center, inviting you to step inside what was hopefully once a more vibrant place, all those different localized adjustments to shape it. I hope you found the video useful and helpful. Questions, drop them below. And until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Have fun.